You may be seated. Was that good? Good morning, everyone. I'm class president Jimmy Haney, and for several years I've had the great pleasure of being a friend and a leader to this class. And I'd like to welcome and thank you all to our wonderful graduation ceremony. Students, look around. Look at how diverse you are in your purposes, your methods, and your personalities. Something I've stressed on myself and on all of you is to find yourself, your purpose. For years, I've watched you all stumble and fall to find your voices and become your own people. You are future mathematicians, engineers, armed forces, public service and law enforcement professionals, athletes, medical professionals, artists, and musicians alike. And that's just it. Most of you have found your voice. And if not, go for it. Don't waste your time wondering if they feel the same about you, or if you should do something, or if you should just do something else. What matters is that it comes from you. And I'm proud to finally say that you have all found your voice and your mediums to express yourself. This ceremony is not only to honor your academic accolades, but to honor you and your voice, which I am confident you will all use to better our world. So class of 2018, congratulations. But where would we be without the people who guided us along the way? Parents. Mom and dad and step-parents, you too. Thank you for teaching us right from wrong, of great loves and great losses, for sticking around a couple minutes past visitation hours, reminding us of appointments and medications, and still scheduling our doctor's appointments, which we are scared to do. Siblings, for being the ones to really push us to achieve our goals, for taking a couple fries off of our plate just to irk us, and being the only ones to tell us not to go out of the house looking like that. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins, for being the family members never too far away to call or get advice from, for making those 8-hour-long car rides to your house states away worth it. Best friends. What else do I need to say? The problem with our world is that we think we need this big circle of people. Here's what they don't tell you. All you need is 3 true friends who really have your back, and you could take over the God-forsaken world. It's all yours for the taking. Of course, teachers, staff, administrators, secretaries, cooks, counselors, custodians, and coaches, who pushed us to finish that assignment not just because it's required by some curriculum, but rather to expand our vat of the ambrosia of knowledge. Those who made us run one more lap, who kept our bellies full and the bathrooms graffiti-free. Those who inspired us and offered a friendship and a mentorship. But to you, as much as those nights up until 1 a.m. doing reading quizzes sucked, we say thank you. And how could we forget those who made this all possible? Those behind the scenes, the board and central administration. Thank you. I can say I did attend one board meeting in all of my high school education, but I can also say I had no idea what was going on, so I'm glad you all do. Please stand while we honor the colors of the United States.
Honor God, whoa. Honor God, reverse. Honor God, reset, arms.
Please remain standing. Now, Mrs. Libby Wolf, our choir director, will sing the national anthem, accompanied by our seniors who participated in the American Sign Language class.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
On guard, work, on. On guard, left face. On guard, forward, march.
Now, please help me welcome our superintendent of the Edgewood City School District, Mr. Russ Fussnecker.
Thank you, Jimmy. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 2018 commencement ceremony of Edgewood High School. It is my great honor and privilege to be a part of this special occasion, and I want to extend a special welcome and thank you to the families of each graduate and acknowledge the special pride parents and grandparents must feel today. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of the caring and committed employees who have helped give us the best schools possible and have supported your learning opportunities. We deeply appreciate the dedication of the members of the school board who are committed to your ultimate success. We have invested significant time, money, and emotion in each of you. Your parents have done even more. The end goal is to get you to the point today because we believe in you and because we need you not only to sustain, but improve our society and its institutions. The great support of our community, our careful planning, the achievements of our students, and the work we have completed have made this an incredible school year. There is indeed a very personal story behind each and every graduate. Each graduate has had many successes and setbacks, achieved significant milestones, made sacrifices, and met special challenges on the path leading to today's event. And so you go. And as you go, we also know that all of you will have more of these challenges and victories in the future in what we call life. But don't worry. You will be prepared and you will overcome them. It may sound cliche, but you are the future. And what you make of our future will impact each and every one of us. I know you will be successful personally and will contribute to the greater good of our world and mankind. On behalf of everyone here this afternoon, congratulations to each of you and best wishes in your future. Thank you for the honor of serving as the superintendent of the schools. At this time, I'd like to invite Alyssa Smith to the stage for a student reflection.
You may be seated. Would you please pray with me? Lord, we gather on this beautiful Sunday morning to celebrate the accomplishments of the 2018 class of Edgewood High School graduates. We lift up our praise in your name as we know that you have been there every step of the way, silently guiding us through both the good and bad times. It's on this day we collectively thank you for all the greatness you've done in our lives. Living in a time where many young people all over the world are denied access to education, you, Lord, have provided opportunity to learn. In a time where many students' future appears bleak, you have provided us reason to rejoice in what's to come. In a world where many people of our generation are lost and confused with nowhere to turn, you have provided us with a supportive community that has gone the extra mile to ensure we had the best possible chance at future success. For all these blessings, we thank you. As we move forward from this day, each of us taking different paths and pursuing our own individual interests, we ask for your continued blessing. We know that the years we have lived thus far have been part of your preparation for even greater things to come, and we ask that you give us the strength, courage, and patience to carry out the lives you've prepared for us. Whether we plan to continue our education, enter the workforce, join the military, or pursue other ambitions, we ask that you allow each of us to individually to accomplish the goals we set forth for ourselves, to find love and happiness, and to positively impact all those whom we meet over the course of our long journey to come. On this day of such clear achievement, we thank you, Lord, for the friends, family, and community whose impact on this group of graduates has been nothing short of incredible. Lastly, Lord, we thank you for the graduates themselves, whose hard work and dedication has pushed them ahead to this great day of success. Amen. Next, I would like to introduce you to our building principal, Mr. Doug Gagan.
Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Doug Gagan and I'm the principal of Edgewood High School. On behalf of the Edgewood City School District, welcome to the 2018 Edgewood High School Commencement Ceremony. Before we get started with the ceremony, I would first like to welcome and honor our veterans on this Memorial Day weekend. If you currently serve or have served in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, or Coast Guard, please stand as we acknowledge and thank you for your service. Mrs. Jackie Miller Wilkie, Edgewood High School ASL teacher, is standing in front of the stage and is signing the graduation ceremony. Thank you, Mrs. Wilkie. Next, I would like to acknowledge our special guests sitting on the stage today. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Please hold your applause until I call all of their names. To my right, Mr. Russ Fussnicker, Superintendent. Mr. Gary Gabbard, Board President. Mr. Jim Wertley, Board Vice President. Mrs. Amy Ashcraft, Board Member. Mrs. Beth Benjamin, Board Member. Mr. Tom York, Board Member. Mr. Randy Stiver, Treasurer. Mrs. Alicia Beckett, Director of Curriculum. Mr. John Thomas, Director of Business Operations. To my left, Ms. Leanna Heber, Guest Speaker and Alumnus. Mrs. Sue Combs, former teacher of Edgewood High School and guest. Mrs. Becky Smith, former teacher of Edgewood High School and guest. Mr. John Caesar, Virtual Academy Director. Mrs. Lori Lyman, Assistant Principal and Coordinator for Graduation Ceremonies. Mr. Alex Ehlers, Assistant Principal at Edgewood High School, and Mr. Greg Brown, Athletic Director. Also, I'd like to acknowledge all staff members who work for the Edgewood City School District. Please stand. Please give everybody a round of applause. Thank you. You may be seated. All right, seniors, are we ready? Okay. So, students, look around this arena. All the people in the arena have had a direct impact on you and helped you get to this point in your life. Students, on the count of 3, I want you to stand up and give the loudest cheer for your parents, your grandparents, your brothers, your sisters, your neighbors, your teachers, the aides, custodians, bus drivers, anyone that's here supporting you. So please stand. Let's go, graduates, let's go. And look around, find your relatives, and give the loudest shout out to them right now. All right, you guys may be seated. That was awesome. All right, seniors, thank you for allowing me to speak today. What a long and strange journey you have been on. In your lifetime, we've had new words like tweet, hashtag, and made the search engine Google into a verb. We don't Google things on our computer, we Google things on our phone. Your generation has seen the evolution of a cell phone, being one that went from flip phone to smartphone to a device that allows you to watch videos, take pictures, text, and do everything on the phone except to talk to somebody. But besides words and phones, you have watched the world change. You've seen natural disasters on TV. You have watched our soldiers fight overseas since the early 2000s, and you've also watched 2 royal weddings. You as students transition from either Baybeck, Bloomfield, 7 Mile to the middle school and to the high school, and now to graduate. You have witnessed all of this, and at the same time were molded and formed into the class of 2018, a special group. A class that loved to cheer at football games, a class that supported their fellow classmates on the band field, the stage, and in the classroom. A class that cares for one another, and a class that is ready to graduate. As you prepare to walk on the stage and accept your diploma, I leave you with these words of wisdom from Walt Disney. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Class of 2018, I want you to dream. I want you to think of graduation from Edgewood High School as a launch pad for your future. Have big dreams for your future life, for your future education, and your future career. Thank you. At this time in the ceremony, we would like to have a remembrance for a staff member and a student who passed away. It is with great sadness that we inform you of the passing of Rocky Breedlove, one of our beloved high school intervention specialists and middle school football coaches. He passed away last evening. Rocky had such a remarkable, positive attitude and a strong faith in God. Throughout his life, he was concerned about his students and colleagues, and even at the very end, would comment and ask them how their day is going, how events were at the school. He was an Edgewood graduate and returned to teach to the district even when he was fighting cancer. He will be truly missed by the students, his friends, and everyone who had the privilege and honor to know him. Our sympathy, along with our thoughts and prayers, go out to his family, his wife Christy, and his children. Also, I'd like to remember Taylor Zink. Taylor Zink graduated early and was going to start college in the fall of 2018. Taylor was the oldest of 6. He returned. He enjoyed working on his truck, being outdoors, playing video games, and hanging out with his dog. He was a great friend to many and always helped others out. Taylor was known as a giver, and always put himself last. He will be missed. Please join me in a moment of silence for Rocky Breedlove and Taylor Zink. Thank you. Now we'd like to take the time to recognize some of our students for their dedication and commitment and service to the Edgewood City School District. First, our junior marshals. Please stand. A junior marshal is an honor bestowed on the top academic students in the junior class. We appreciate their service in the graduation ceremony this afternoon. Thank you. You may be seated. Next, we'd like to recognize the senior class officers. Please stand when I call your name. James Haney, class president. Megan Maloney, vice president. Julian Pletz, secretary. Jeremiah Beeler, treasurer. Thank you. Perfect attendance. We are lucky to be joined by one student who has not missed a day of school from kindergarten all the way throughout high school. Wow. She has gotten up every day, even when she did not want to go to school or was even a little sick. That means she had perfect attendance for at least 711 days throughout high school, and then all those days from kindergarten through 8th grade. It's a true dedication and commitment. Please help me welcome Faith Barker to the stage to get a reward. Faith, thank you for your dedication. We're so proud of you. Next, several students have cords and stoles. Now we'll recognize students who are wearing cords and stoles today. These students are wearing cords or stoles to represent their service to a particular high school sponsored group. First, student council, please rise. Council members are wearing silver cords. If you're wearing a silver cord, please stand, and also please give them a round of applause. Next, National Honor Society. The gold cord represents members in the Edgewood chapter of the National Honor Society. If you are wearing a gold cord, please stand now to be recognized. National Technical Honor Society. Students of National Technical Honor Society is an honor society for outstanding career and technical students of workforce, vocational, educational institutions in the United States. At this time, all National Technical Honor Society members, please stand. Members of the FFA. The blue and gold cord represents graduates who are members of the FFA. If you are wearing a blue and gold cord, please stand now to be recognized. Blood donor. Since January 31st, 2007, Edgewood High School has held over 20 blood drives, collecting over 2,300 units of blood. If you are wearing a red cord, please stand to be recognized. Edgewood High School Honors Diploma, and State of Ohio Honors Diploma. Students who are wearing blue and white cords have earned both the Edgewood High School Honors Diploma and the State of Ohio Honors Diploma. If you're wearing these cords, please stand to be recognized. Military service. The next group of students we'd like to recognize are those students who have chosen to serve in the military. They will serve in the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, or National Guard. They are wearing a red, white, and blue cord. Please stand so that we can honor you. Scholarships. We'd like to recognize our seniors who are scholarship recipients. We are proud to announce that the class of 2018 combined has earned a total of $1.2 million in scholarships and grants. If you've earned a scholarship from our local community, a technical college, or a university, please stand to be recognized. Our valedictorian and salutatorian. I'd like to now recognize our valedictorian and salutatorian. To represent their achievements, they are wearing silver stoles. Rather than stand, would Jeremiah Beeler, our valedictorian, and Emily Abrams, our salutatorian, please join me on stage. Both of these students have worked hard for 4 years to reach the goal of being valedictorian and salutatorian. I'm sure both of them would say it was not easy, with many nights studying, cramming for AP History test, AP Bio, Anatomy, and squeezing in a busy social life, sports life, and club life. They are both well-deserving. I will start off by introducing to you the class of 28 valedictorian Jeremiah Beeler. Jeremiah has a GPA of 5.7. Good job. Jeremiah was a proud member of the soccer and volleyball teams. He was also a member of the academic team, student council, and captain's club. Jeremiah will be attending the University of Pennsylvania, and he's been awarded $60,000 in scholarships. Good work. Now I would like to introduce to you the class of 28 salutatorian, Miss Emily Abrams. Emily has a GPA of a 5.41. She was a member of the tennis, softball, and academic teams. She was also involved in the following clubs: National Honor Society, Student Council, Captain's Club, FCCLA. Emily will be attending the Miami University and has $48,000 in scholarships. Thank you, Emily and Jeremiah. You can have a seat now. Next, we have the Principals Awards. At this time, I'm going to announce the 2 Principal Awards for the class of 2018. This is an award for students who truly go above and beyond at Edgewood High School. They represent the whole child and our 12 guiding principles. The first award goes to a student who has the following attributes: played soccer, football, and track, had a GPA of 3.60, was a member of the Student Council, Captain's Club, and Anthony Munoz Foundation. He will be attending Western Carolina University. Please welcome Julian Pletz for the first Principal's Award. The next winner of the Principal's Award has a weighted GPA of a 4.14, played volleyball, track, was a member of the Coraliers, Student Council, National Honor Society, and the Four Club. She will be attending the University of Cincinnati Blue Ash, majoring in business. Olivia Furman, will you please come up to the stage to receive your award? Now is the time for student speeches. Our first student speaker is the salutatorian. Will you please welcome Emily Abrams to the stage?
Thank you, Mr. Gagan. Hello, my name is Emily Abrams, and I'm honored to be standing here today. Standing here, I am filled with a sense of accomplishment and pride that I'm sure many of you feel. These past 4 years have been full of struggles. Perrette packets, Johnson's reading quizzes, and Peterson outlines, just to name a few. Whether in athletics, just kidding, but it's also been full of accomplishments. Whether in athletics or academics, the class of 2018 has achieved many great things and will go on to do much more. When thinking on what to speak about today, there was one quote from Hamilton the musical that kept coming back to mind. Towards the end, Alexander has an inner monologue and says, "Legacy. What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see." This quote makes me think over the past 4 years and where we are headed next. So I ask of you, what legacy are you leaving at Edgewood High School? What seeds have you planted here and with the people around you? Did you take opportunities to serve others? Is your legacy one that made a positive impact? Maybe you just started a brand new club, or maybe you just smiled and said hi to someone you passed in the hall. These are all examples of the legacy you are leaving behind. Memories of your good character and kind actions will carry on long after you walk the halls. One example of this for me also happens to be one of my favorite memories from the past 4 years. On my first day of cooking for healthy living freshman year, Mrs. McKinney had us create name tags and decorate them with things that we liked. Of course, I decided to draw the Avengers on mine, and so I sat quietly crafting the perfect name tag. Mrs. McKinney made her way around the classroom and stopped when she got to me. She said, "You know Robert Downey Jr. is my boyfriend, right?" I probably stared at her like she's crazy, because I was super shy and had no idea how to respond to something like this. Because of her outgoing personality, she ignored my looks of confusion and continued reliving the last scene of the Avengers and how her boyfriend saved the day, and joined the rest of the superheroes at a Mediterranean restaurant to eat shawarma. Soon after, we talked about all kinds of different foods, a common subject of conversation for us still today, 4 years later. I don't think she realized what seeds she planted that day or the impact she would have on my life, all from such a silly conversation. She has taught me how to step outside of my comfort zone, how to help others, and even about public speaking, although we're still working on that one. Because of her, I joined FCCLA and grew from a shy girl into a national competitor in 2 different events. I know many of you have had similar interactions with and encouragement from our Edgewood teachers, administrators, parents, or even fellow classmates. These people have left their legacy with us and have shaped who we've become. Because of seemingly small instances like this, we are given opportunities to learn new skills and create lifelong relationships with people who really believe in us and will continue to support us in our next steps. Many of us, myself included, don't really think about the impact we have on the people around us. Something as simple as sharing a lunch table with someone who often sits by themselves can make a huge difference in their lives. I challenge you, class of 2018, to be mindful of the legacy you are leaving in the next step of your life journey. Choose to make a positive impact on the people around you. Let people's memories of you be fond ones they'll be happy to reflect on for many years. In Ecclesiastes it says, "Keep on sowing your seed, for you never know which will grow." My advice to you is to plant seeds of kindness, hope, and love everywhere you go. For these will be the garden you may never see, but others will remember as your legacy. To close, I would like to thank the parents and grandparents who pushed us to do our best. I'd also like to thank the teachers who spent countless hours with us during and after school, no matter how annoying we were, equipping us for success. Without their hard work and dedication, we would not be here today. I'd also like to thank my friends for being there for me through thick and thin, and who have supported me over the past 12 years. Thank you, and congratulations to the Edgewood High School class of 2018.
Thank you, Emily. At this time, senior band members, please join the band. We would like to celebrate our Edgewood High School band. The 2017-2018 school year has been a very successful one for the band. Highlights of the year were the marching band received a superior rating at the OMEA competition and qualified for state for the second year in a row. Mr. John Arnold, the band director, and the Edgewood High School band will now play Bruno Mars on Tour, arranged by Patrick Roselle. Thank you, Mr. Arnold and the band. Our next speaker is Jeremiah Beeler, the senior class valedictorian.
Real quick, if you guys don't mind, I would like to take a picture, if that's cool. Thank you. All right. First of all, I'd like to thank God. To think I am where I am without his blessings would be foolish. Next, I would like to thank my family. My mom and dad have put me before themselves nonstop since the day I was born, and for that, I will be forever grateful. My brother and sisters have always been there in case I needed someone to laugh with or to laugh at. Finally, I would like to thank my teachers and the Edgewood staff for giving me the opportunity to succeed, and my friends for keeping me sane during the process. Now I would like to discuss a few statistics with you guys. In a recent TED Talk, a researcher claimed that 80% of high school students considered becoming rich an important goal, and 50% of those students surveyed said that becoming famous was important to them. My advice to you would be to avoid falling into the trap of society's version of what matters in life. Instead, I ask that we focus on happiness and healthiness. The Harvard Study of Adult Development is a longitudinal study which has followed the lives of 268 Harvard graduates, as well as 456 men from the poorest parts of inner-city Boston for the last 75 years. Among both groups, there was immense success. Doctors, lawyers, and even President JFK came out of this study. These groups also produced men who, by society standards, achieved no success. However, the findings of the studies have all pointed in one single direction. All that truly matters in life are your relationships with other people. No amount of money, no title or position has consistently produced happiness and health, as well as wholesome relationships. Interestingly enough, self-reported contentment within a marriage was a more accurate predictor of health in late life than was cholesterol levels. All this goes to show that nothing can replace the relationships. Relationships, however, aren't exactly easy, and there is no one thing that can lead to successful relationships. Some people are just simply not meant to be a part of your life. However, to avoid losing those who are, I recommend kindness. Kindness helps us to remember that life is not some sort of competition with winners and losers. Instead, kindness helps us remember that life is an opportunity to positively affect those around us. As Mr. Rogers once said, there are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind, the second way is to be kind, and the third way is to be kind. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeremiah. Next, we will have performances by the Edgewood Choraleers and the senior choir. The Edgewood Choraleers perform up to 25 times throughout the school year for the community, our schools, and in competitions across the state of Ohio. The group is under the direction of Libby Wolf, who is both an Edgewood graduate, class of 1998, and former choraleer. The choraleers will be performing Wherever You Go, and the senior choir will be performing 100 Years. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you, choraleers and senior choir. At this time, I'd like to introduce our next speaker. She's a very special guest. She is an alumnus of the Edgewood High School class of 1997. She is an actress, playwright, and author. Miss Leanna Renee Heber grew up near 7 Mile, Ohio. She was the 1997 valedictorian of Edgewood High School. She couldn't be more delighted to return to Millett Hall in honor of Edgewood once more. Please give a round of applause for Miss Heber.
It is incredible to be back here in this space in front of Edgewood graduates. In 1997, when I was Edgewood's valedictorian, this was the biggest audience I'd ever had. Thanks for giving me another chance in front of a stadium crowd. Since growing up in Ohio, attending Edgewood, then Miami University, I've been all around the country. In 2005, I landed in New York City to pursue theater and writing. In 2009, my first set of novels, called Strangely Beautiful, were published. Now, with over 10 novels under my belt for various publishers and more on the way, I wear lots of hats. I remain an actress. I'm also a tour guide, an artist, and a speaker around the country. I'm blessed to say I make my living exclusively in the arts in the big city. As you can guess, I could never choose between performing and writing, so I chose both. That's why when I was asked to honor one of my favorite Edgewood teachers today, I couldn't choose just one. Becky Simpson, English teacher, writing teacher, head of our drama club, and also often a director of plays. And Sue Combs, choir teacher, choraleer teacher, a director of plays and musicals. You both were utterly foundational in fostering my well-rounded career in the arts. You each had a unique way of teaching that came from your individual voice and passion. This ignited ours. You approached your classes like an invitation, inviting us to find in your lessons a common ground with our own interests, an enjoyment, an excitement. You didn't demand we love literature or music as much as you did. You invited us to. Those of us who chose to really show up at the table where you'd set a feast, we were nourished by your enthusiasm, your commitment, and your quirky ways of making learning fun. My freshman year was bookended by both of you as my directors for the fall play and the spring musical, and we all went from there. All the seeds you planted grew healthy and strong. Those of us who joined you in extracurricular activities got the chance to expand on what you fostered in the classroom. These invitations of yours became my professions. I am so grateful. I am so thrilled to present each of you with the Influential Teacher Award. Becky Simpson. And Sue Combs. Now, Edgewood High, class of 2018. My goodness, is this moment exciting or what? When I'm asked to give a bit of advice from my own experience, working in fields that I love, the core lesson really is to follow your dreams. I know it sounds so trite and worn out, but the core of what makes you you, just you, original, unique you, is priceless. A group of writers could each be given the exact same writing prompt, and all of us would come up with something completely different. Don't worry about being any other voice but your own. Cherish diversity and uniqueness within yourself and in others. Foster your own individual strengths. Take moments along the way to lift up others around you as you grow, learn, develop new insights, and become more well-rounded. A mind that's constantly learning is the healthiest. We are all individuals, but no one makes it in the world alone. Everything takes a village, as they say, and because of everyone's inherent uniqueness, everyone has something special to offer. Because the world is full of unexpected twists and turns, I encourage everyone to foster not just one dream, but a few. Opportunities don't come via just one channel or in the ways we expect, and certainly not on a timetable we can predict. Industries are constantly shifting. Mine have changed radically, and I've raced to try to keep up. If you're adaptable and good at not just one thing but several, and can redirect your focus where it's most advantageous, you'll fashion a rewarding life, rising to challenges and opportunities accordingly. You'll set an example others can follow when they don't know what to do next. Try a few things next. Seek out things that you don't hate doing. Whether you're going into further education, taking time off, going right into a trade, whatever makes your heart beat matters. Getting stuck in any kind of work or study that you hate is really difficult. Often it's unavoidable, but it can be temporary. Personally, and no offense to the profession, I hated my temp job as a paralegal. Sorry. Again, no offense to the corporation, but I hated working at Starbucks. Once, a talent agency I worked for put me inside a Pillsbury Doughboy suit at the General Mills headquarters. Not my finest day. But that one paycheck paid me far more than the Tennessee Williams play I was starring in that night. So I did those temporary things for the larger goal. Sometimes you have to do absurd things to get by while you try to get in somewhere that you don't hate. Keep your spirits up in the meantime. Laughing about it helps. That day in the Doughboy suit, I wrote about that ridiculous day, and it turned into my first professional writing gig for Dramatics magazine. Who would have thought? I'm very blessed to have jobs where I create characters and take them on fantastical adventures, to work behind the camera and in front of it, to write for the stage and speak at Comic-Cons and conventions, but the long, winding road to get here continues to twist and turn as the industries I'm in face constant change and uncertainty, so the advice I'm giving is one I have to keep taking. You're at such an important time, but I know it's a spooky one too. Big changes are difficult. Not knowing exactly how the next phase of your life will play out can be very stressful. I think it's a part of the human condition to worry, but change is just an equal a reality of the human condition. There are always questions to be asked and doors to open. It's hard to think of life as being a series of unresolved questions, but a question mark is also an invitation, an opportunity for innovation, a chance to let good, new, exciting things in. My favorite poet and philosopher, Rainer Maria Rilke, has a quote from his collected letters to a young poet that I think of nearly every day. Have patience with everything unresolved in your heart, and to try to love the questions themselves as if they were locked rooms or books written in a very foreign language. Don't search for the answers which could not be given to you now because you would not be able to live them. And the point is to live everything. Live the questions now. Perhaps then, someday far in the future, you will gradually, without even noticing it, live your way into the answer. I invite you to live boldly, creatively, adaptively into your answers. Thank you, blessings, and good luck.
Thank you, Leanne, again for being here today. To honor you and your speaking here with us today, we would like to give you this award from the class of 2018. Now we'd like the class of 2018 to all stand while Mrs. Libby Wolf and the Coralier Senior Choir leads us in the alma mater.
Edgewood High, we honor thee. Halls of youthful dignity, spirit of all you stand for, will live in our memory. Loyal, always, ever true. Praise to thee, dear white and blue. Glory to your strength and honor, faith that will not fail. Pride in thee, our alma mater, Edgewood High, all hail.
Thank you, Mrs. Wolf and the Coraliers. I would like to invite Mr. Gary Gabbard, the board president, to the podium now.
Thank you. Congratulations to the class of 2018. There is so much I could say. I'm standing here as a board member and a father. Got a lot of personal things with a whole lot of you. So I've kind of picked on Amy today because she's kind of been the crybaby, but I think it's because it kind of took a little pressure off of me. But right now, by the power invested in me by the state of Ohio, what do you want me to say? I'm done. I am done. All right. By the power vested in me from the state of Ohio, I proclaim the class of 2018 graduated. Thank you.
All right, seniors. So at this time, teachers who will be reading names, please join me on stage. Guests. Hold on. All right, so guests, please be aware that everyone here would like to hear their child's name being read. So please be thoughtful when cheering. So in order to get this going, let's all guests right now get a loud cheer for our future graduates. Please cheer.
Yes, I'm master. When he hands it to me.
All right. All right. Everyone will walk across the stage, entering from the right, exiting on the left.
James David Haney. Jeremiah David Beeler. Julian Bryce Pletz. Cameron J. Combs. Jared R. Crothers. Garrett L. Gabbert. Dylan Tyler Gray. Isaac Douglas Haskell. Blake Allen Haynes. Megan Elizabeth Maloney. Emily Marie Abrams. Brooklyn Louise Ashcraft. Okay. Emily Grace Ashcraft. Faith Barker. Aliyah Bennett. Tori Brooke Childers. Christy Anna French. Jenna Marlene Jacobs. Riley Ann Joseph. Lauren Elizabeth Markham. Morgan Lynn McKnight. Kylie Mackenzie Miller. Maddie Lynn Palmer. Annie Mae Patrick. Olivia Rose Fearman. Alexa Ray Rednauer. Alyssa Colleen Smith. Trenton James Maloney. Reed Stewart McKay. Joshua Thomas Miller. Dylan James Richards. Matthew Allen Volley. David Edward Winter. Noah J. Abney. Trenton Anthony Allen.
Noah J. Arnold. Chase Orion Ashcraft. Tristan Cole Back. Jacob Daniel Baker. Cameron Nicholas Bartlett. Garrett Isaiah Baxley. Ian Hunter Beatenduvel. Braden Scott Blevins. Clayton William Bowling. Benjamin Bryce Boyd.
Alexia, right? Yep.
Alexia Danielle Varney. Cassidy Renee White. Shelby Lynn Witskin. Kiara Starr Adams.
I won. That was Boyle.
Madison Hope Pennington Asher. Sarah Baker. Rebecca Dawn Ballard.
Alicia. Yep.
Alicia Hope Bear. Tatiana Monique Baylor. Alexis Danielle Barry. Tony Lee Beverly. Amber Nicole Beatonduvel. Emma Marie Beatonduvel. Brianna Hope Blanton.
Jeannie. Yep.
Jeannie Nicole Bliley. Abigail Marie Bloom. Andrea Marie Bowling. Erica Renee Brandenburg. Justin Anthony Boyle. Carl Ray Broughton Jr. Tyler B. Bruner. Alan Michael Burton. Casey James Bird. Austin Campbell. Benjamin Herbert Campbell.
Kenner.
Jacob Kenner Clear. Dylan Matthew Clem.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
Dylan R. Combs. J. Donovan Coolidge. Gregory Cole Kraft. Nick Kraut. Michael Garrett Davenport. Jordan M. Davis. Trenton Thomas Donathan. Robert Nolan Doyle. Nicholas Andrew Scott Elam. Stephanie Lee Brock. Kelsey Lynn Broughton. Kaylee Alexis Burton. Andrea S. Butler. JC Lane Campbell. Noelle Elizabeth Kosick. Mackenzie Elizabeth Covey. Mara Michelle Davis. Samantha Colette Davis. Tierra Lynn Desarn. Erica Brittany Donnelly. Julia Nicole Doherty. Megan Lynn Edwards. Amanda Michelle Effler. Miranda Marie Ellerbush. Cassidy Erica Estridge. Haley Marie Evans. Molly Jane Fightmaster. Colin Scott Galehouse. Shane D. Garrett. Chandler Allen Gase. Matthew Brian Galt. Aaron Gabriel Gianamore. Jonathan Michael Gianamore.
Chase Alexander Gingrich. Clinton Green. Cameron Green. Gavin Lee Hall. Michael Isaac Hall. Trenton Isaac Havlin. Zachary Keith Hamblin. Andrew Jeffrey Hamilton. Colin Jacob Hammonds. Noah Wyatt Hampton. Isaac Michael Hansen. Kyle Dylan Harmon. Angel Marie Page Flores Warren. Kaylee Madison French. Madeline Page Houston. Nicolette Page Giles. Samantha Elizabeth Gilman. Brenna Louise Goff. Ashley Danielle Goodwin. Jacqueline Renee Guthrie. Caitlin Marguerite Hyde. Erin Lynn Hydorn. Morgan Taylor Hendrickson. Jenna Ray Henson. Caitlin Ashley Hubbard. Allison Grace Jarboe. Jessica Catherine Johns. Amberly Michelle Lagadros. Mackenzie Lee. Donna Gail Petrie Lennis. Jacob Keith Hauser. Daniel Thomas Hellard IV. Rance Michael Hickman. Tyrevis Zatori Hill. Nicholas Baxter Hobson.
Mason Kelly Hollister. Damian Michael Holland. Thomas Horn. Gavin Payne Howard. Braden Michael Reese Hudnall. Austin Ray Johnson. Andrew Christopher Jordan. Jordan Kempf. Devin James Kenny. Kyle Richard Kepner. Brendan Jeffrey Ketzer. Jacob Daniel Kiefer. TJ King. Sierra Madison Lips. Clover Renee Lurker. What? Yes, ma'am. Kayla Rose Mabry. Shelby Rayanne Manning. Mackenzie Ivory Martin.
Bossy.
Ashley Nicole Mays. Rachel Brianne McGuire. Alexis McKenna Meals. Destiny Diane Moore. Caitlin Ray Mullins. Alexis Clarice Munifo. Haley Sierra Myers. Taylor Marie Nicious. Carrie Cheyenne Oaks. Kirsten Paige Palmer. Faith Alexis Pierce. Peyton Elaine Porter Robinson. Casey Marie Purdy. Jared Everett Larson. Dalton Charles Lakes. Taylor David Lawless. Joshua Douglas Lawson.
E.J. Lewis. Seth David Longworth. Bradley Edward Maines. Brandon Scott Marshall. Alexander Joseph Kirk. Trevor Lloyd Cons. Ethan Garrett Brogan McCarty. Derek Gabriel McIntyre. Kobe Lee McPherson. Evan Ross Meyer. Jacob Tyler Montgomery. Landon Dean Morricone. Dylan Wyatt Murphy. Samuel Robert Muse. Taylor Mackenzie Reese. Taylor Marie Richardson. Hannah Michelle Ritter. Sabrina Brooke Roberson. Veronica Rose Robertson. Haley Brooke Robinson. Shelby Ray Sawtell. Hannah Nicole Schroer. Cherry Louise Schul Neal. Savannah Renee Snifton. Taylor Rose Shannon. Casey Marie Short. Rebecca Ann Singleton. Haley Mackenzie Sisson. Brooke Lynn Smith. Rebecca Paige Smith. Sydney Marie Smith. Matthew Aaron Muskoff. Mason Glenn Myers. Samuel Jacob Neal. Alex Lee Neely. Sean Michael Nicholas. Nicholas Scott Noble. Timothy Wyatt James Oakes. Bryce Nils Osborne. Noah Brian Moon. Junior Medina Medina. Cameron Matthew Palmer. Jordan Michael Pater. Curtis Lee Pauley. Jacob Ronald Paulson. Seth Edward Phipps. Kevin Christopher Paransky. Mario Alexander Ray. Christopher Lawrence Reif. Ashley Nicole Souls. Sierra Nicole Stanley. Megan Elizabeth Stringer. Victoria Michelle Sturm. Caitlin Marie Tauber. Terry Patricia Page Tice. Hannah Elizabeth Thomas. Audrey K. Thornsberry. Riley Joy Todd. Cameron Marie Walker. Tori Ann Watson. Chelsea Lauren Weatherholt. Madeline R. Wertley. Alexis Lynn Whistler. McKenna Ray Yinger. Gabriella Sky Stevenson. Dylan Adam Robinson. Levi Wesley Robinson. Dakota Monroe David Salyer. Kobe Sean Schmidt. Nathan Thomas Schroer.
Logan Matthew Schweeder. Austin David Scott. Baron Alexander Park Seahorn. Drew William Paul Shepard. Jacob Matthew Slay. Benjamin Spencer Smith. Colton Taylor Smith. Alexander Russell Snyder. Matthew Anthony Sons. Joshua Randall Sorber. Benjamin Allman Souders. Larry Maxwell Steed. Lee Douglas Stepp. David Spencer Stoles. William Lauren Stonecipher. Trevor William Tabb. Christopher Matthew Charles Taylor. Kyle Joseph Tendam. Ryan Allen Thomas. Dylan Jesse Turner. Gage Austin Vaughn. Aiden Allen Curtis Ventura. Robert Anthony Vogel. Tanner Scott Watson. Chase David Weigel. Dylan Joseph Wiles. Daniel Edward Whitaker. Dustin Michael Williams. Brian Gerald Wolgast. Peyton Craig Wood. William Noah Yeager. Logan William Young. John Joseph Zorns. Caleb Joseph Baker.
Yep.
Woo! You better throw your caps. I didn't pay no money for these seats to not have you guys throw your caps, so I'm just saying. Even though our time together at Edgewood High School has come to an end, a whole new adventure is beginning with more memories and accomplishments to be made. Every single one of us have an individual journey ahead, but let's remember those who have loved and supported us and have helped us to get to this spot today. When times get hard and stressful, to keep pushing forward, putting your best effort into wherever life may take us. Take a moment to look around. Everyone, every single person in this room is cheering for us. Let us not forget that we will forever share the memories and forever be united as Edgewood Cougars. With that, I would like the class of 2018 to please rise. Put your right hand on your tassel. Let's do this together. Move your tassel from right to left. One hop this time. Congratulations, class of 2018, the official graduates of Edgewood High School. You may now throw your caps to celebrate. Woo!
All right. Thank you to the class of 2018. Okay. We wish you a lifetime of happiness and success. On behalf of the Edgewood Board of Education, administration, and staff of the Edgewood City School District, we wish you the best. Now we'd like to dismiss. First, we will dismiss our Board of Education members, administration, and our guests. Then our teachers will follow. Students, please wait until the junior marshals dismiss your row. Thank you and have a good afternoon.
Edgewood.